There you go. Thank you guys for coming. This is our team. This is Hawaii's team. I want to thank some community members that really stepped up, and the team that we have now is a contribution to them and them helping us in retaining and recruiting our players. Start off with Dak, the Downtown Athletic Club, and Dwayne Karisu. Brotherhood Grinds and Ryan Tanaka, Rainbow Collective with Claire Tong and Mike Kawazoe, Allied Universal with Steve Jones, High Mark Investment with Mark Robeson, Lilio Kalani Trust. Thank you to you guys for stepping up in our community and making our team happen. I'll take the first question.
So that's your new slogan, you say?
Our team,
Yeah.
Yes, that is our program. Our program slogan, yes.
Okay. And it's built over every team, not your team.
Every team, yes. Yeah. We're Hawaii's team, yes.
So today, Bobby Thomas did a lot of things in the offseason to get them ready. It looked like they were pretty much more in shape, and especially with the endurance part, than any other camp. What did you do well?
Bobby came in here with a vision of getting our guys ready to play, especially these next 12 Saturdays, and hats off to him. I mean, and to the guys buying into his vision of just being ready, trusting in him. He pushed the limits to them, and he has a great program, and so we're able to just work out these 5-6 days a week with him, and get bigger, stronger, faster.
Can you tell us about this move to playing these first several practices, at least closer to noon, playing in some more heat, and how you guys handled it today?
Sure. Yeah. It'll be hot down here, and so we want to make sure that we give our guys the best opportunity to face what they're gonna see, and put them in the elements. And so we figure the first 2 games here in Tucson will be pretty hot for us.
For your head coach, it seems like now you're able to be more attention to detail. Seems like the coaches were very picky on that today. So, how to speak on that?
Yeah, for our first practice, in helmets coming out here, we really wanted to be detailed in our fundamentals and in our technique and the simple things that are going to win us games. And so we have a slogan of "Be great at simple," and that's what we wanted to do today. Paying a lot of attention to just the littlest things, their stance, their first 2 steps, their eyes, their feet, their hands, and those are the little things in the battles that they're going to need.
There's so much talk about the confidence of this team, a lot of continuity roster-wise and coaching staff, but how much is confidence, does it stem from the continuity, from understanding what is expected of them and vice versa, what the players expect of the coaches and coaches expect of the players?
Yeah, we're really happy and proud of our staff. Again, like the leaders in the community, helping us retain our players in the world of NIL. And because of that, the consistency can start to happen. Guys like Profeli Ashlock, Peter Manuma, that's been here now 4 years, Nick Senecal, Tyreek Jones. Those are great players for us, and with them being in the system as long as they are, it just all helps. And so we want to retain that for a long time, because if you got continuity, you're going to have consistency, and it just repeats itself over and over. And so, hats off to our coaches too, man. They did a great job this offseason of just of building these guys to where they are today.
With what you expected to see out of your guys on day one, did it match what you were thinking you would see?
Yeah, they've had the best offseason since we've been together. They were focused. They're of course they're going back off of the 3 years of experience that they can lean on, and how we can just continue to get better. Start faster. We have 6 games off the bat that we are before our first bye that are important to us. And so everything that we've done in the off season to this point now, it's about starting fast and being ready, being prepared, being available. And so tomorrow's practice will look different, but today they got off to a great start.
And for you too, I mean, you had a spring to your step, man. You were very hands-on. I saw you doing pass protection out there.
Yeah.
I mean, how invigorated are you from this day one of practice?
It's high energy on the first day. There really is. The key is to keep that energy, through the weeks as it goes. Week 2, week 3, of training camp, and then either further down the road, right? We tell the guys it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But if we can be consistent, continue the growth mindset, right? We talk about getting 1% better all the time. And so if we can continue to do that, we'll be all right.
You mentioned the continuity and kind of going off of what Rob asked. How do you kind of use that continuity to bring in these new guys, these new pieces that came in via the transfer portal or through high school or the gray shirts? How do you kind of get them along, kind of using the already established continuity you've built?
Sure. It goes to culture. We established a culture here of one love, love for our program, our state, our people, our school. And so, those guys in the locker room that have been here 3 years, that's what it starts with. So, the new guys that are coming in that are adding right now value, they get to experience that. And I think if you were to ask them, when they walk in day to day, they feel that the guys are receptive of them and bring them in. So I think that's a huge, advantage for us being here, and it really helps because the state's like that, the people are like that, and when the state and the people are like that, we have no choice but to be like that as a team because we're a representative of them.
Talk about the maturation of your quarterback. Obviously, last year he backed up Brayton and got in spot situations, and then obviously the last game of the season. But now coming in as kind of the number one guy. How have you seen him develop over this offseason and kind of turned himself into that QB1?
Yeah, he's everything you want in QB. He takes the bull by the horns. He's very vocal. He leads by example. He has a mindset about him that he doesn't want to fail at anything. And so when you have a guy like that leading your offense and your team, the other guys take notice. And so he got to see him back up Braden last year, and now it's his turn. And he had a game last year under his belt. I really think the game last year really helped him in this off season to have that voice and then platform. And now he's just kind of running with it. So our job is just to lead him in the right direction and be on the same page with him and let him take over.
Was that little extra bit of turf help you guys do in terms of how to run practice and stuff?
Yeah, it really helps because it gives us some more space where guys can work in, and it allows us to open up the field for some of the skill guys to run around and throw the ball or cover and do those type of things. It allows our specialists to work as well, but it's almost 20 yards by 110 yards, and all that space helps for us.
Is that something you had been pushing for a little while, or yeah?
Yeah, I think we've been all together on the same page with Miss Timmy Chang, who just recently retired, and that was one of her last gifts to us as she departed. But very grateful for her and really the rest of our UH school for allowing that.
Coach, and a lot of us local media have covered Kai and Titan, throughout high school. Can you talk a little bit what it's like having them here, two local boys staying home, coming home? Oh,
it's unbelievable. We talk about it all summer as we watch them come into the program together to get two offensive state players of the year like that. And you add Tama Uliata on top of that. I mean, that's what you want. You want the boys to stay home and to represent us, and they're going to do an unbelievable job. They're hungry. They compete against each other, and but they come from different parts of the island, and that's what you want. You just want them to just compete, represent us, and they're going to be a voice out there. So I'm excited about them.
Talking about the maturity and development of your QB1, obviously on the defensive side, you have some graduations as well. How do you feel about the maturation of guys like Jemai Otis, Elijah Palmer, setting up to become new leaders on the defense?
Yeah, those are Jemai and Elijah came to us in the same time. It's hard to believe it's year 3 for them and without a red shirt, and these guys are already the guys that we look to, the voices, the leaders on defense. Their play speaks for itself, their work ethic does. But we lean on both of those guys now to lead what we think might be a really special defense.
What does having Chad Capanui in that role with your QBs do for your staff and your communication with those guys?
Yeah, me and Chad are, we've been, teammates. We've came in, speaking about Jemai Otis, we came in at the same time. And so me and him have a special bond together. Him having having continuity with Micah really does help, and he knows our offense. He's been in offense since he was an 18-year-old in the run and shoot system, and so all those things play and to factor and matter. And I enjoy having him on.
Hey, Coach, what are your week 1 objectives?
Week 1 of training camp or of training camp? Yeah. The week 1 is just to get them acclimated. It's to get them out there and to really focus on the details and the fundamentals. Really instilling those fine parts before we start to go and compete. And hopefully we instilled it enough through January to now, so that when Saturday, our first week of competition happens, these guys are ready and we can go correct and fix them, go on to the next problem.
Guys, you good? All right.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you.